Now, the Kenya Power and Lighting Company has, in the recent past, come under fire due to nationwide blackouts, inconsistent prepaid and postpaid power bills, and the long wait that those who wish to power their homes have to endure. Tonight, on this week's Accountability segment, NTV's Sydney Chazima looks at the dynamics in the power sector and puts to task the Ministry of Energy on the monitor.
It goes without saying that the bold speak truth to power. In literal sense, Kenyans emboldened by frustrations have resorted to speak their truth to Kenya Power Company.
The PLC as a company has to really style up.
The Kenya Power Company has in the recent past been a pain point for many households and business people.
Kenya Power are like enjoying monopoly, which is really affecting traders.
From the inconsistent power supply that has manifested in form of nationwide blackouts experienced thrice in a span of 3 months in 2023 to hiked postpaid and prepaid power bills.
How we are paying for electricity is very inconsistent.
From those whose lives are cut short through electrocution to those who narrowly escape power grid accidents.
Kila mtu ilikuanga mguu yako ikuonye. Ilikuanga ni mguu yake igusambe. Wewe ukimbie.
Tonight, NTV reveals what really ails the country's power supply and the effects it has on the economy and the livelihood of many Kenyans. It is around 8 p.m. in Homa Bay County. Dark streets and alleys are the norm in this town. According to Homa Bay residents, the moment the sun sets and the night begins its shift, so does KPLC's power outage.
Ikifika saa moja sharp every day inaenda. Inarudi mpaka saa 3.
The town's once thriving SME businesses which were highly dependent on electricity are now a shadow of their former selves.
Siwezi hudumu customer wanaenda juu ya stima.
Inaweza potea hata the whole day twice. So it's like we are working for 3 to 2 days of the whole week.
But according to the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, the power outages in the western side of Kenya are due to a calculated load shedding tack.
Rather than overload the line to try and make everybody happy and then switch off the whole country, we are now doing some bit of load management, and it is only limited to that small area. On this particular day affecting Homa Bay, did you say Homa Bay town?
Yes, Homa Bay.
On this particular day, Homa Bay was affected, Kindu Bay, Rongo, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
And it is a deliberate load management which is done to ensure that we contain the challenge of transmission constraint.
The problem of power outage is not limited to Homa Bay County alone. Approximately 370 kilometers away lies Nairobi City and its environs, and here the story is almost similar. One subject in this case resides in one of Nairobi's neighboring counties. Since he has requested anonymity, we shall call him Genesis. Genesis is the head of a family of 2 children. He works online jobs to fend for this family. The nature of his job demands a constant supply of power, but he has had his fair share of losses occasioned by power outages. At one time in his home,
Stima ilikuja na it blew out everything, and I thought maybe I'm the only person with the problem. Turns out the whole apartment was like that. Turns out even other people in other apartments were like that within the same area.
These upsurges and outages have been partially blamed on the quality of transformers being installed in the country.
2-3 kilometers from here, people are experiencing the same downtimes and stuff. So ikasemekana shida ni transformer. So transformer ingine ilikuwa inafaa kuletwa ka kidogo ikakuwa tisijui ni transformer ilipotea.
This is a Kenya Power Depot here in Roysambu area in Nairobi, which serves as a graveyard for close to 10,000 transformers. This place has been hosting these transformers for years, and the former regime attempted to have them fixed to clear the backlog.
We've become fairly stringent in the quality of transformers today in terms of procurement and ensuring that we are able to get transformers with guarantees, so that you don't have the opportunity of supplying a transformer and soon after we pay you, you take off.
It is not only the inconsistent power supply that gets customers like Genesis worried, but also high prepaid power bills.
Hey, kuna siku bili ilikuja 13K. How we are paying for electricity is very inconsistent. The amount and the prices, they keep changing to the higher side inconsistently. Kinunua kama token ya tuseme 1,000. Kuna wakati ilikuwa 27 units, kakuja ikapunguka to I think around 24 units point something juu. Right now nachezea 21 units.
The ministry links the inconsistent number of units at a given token purchase to a power connectivity debt recovery strategy being employed.
The last mile connectivity is connected for free. There is no initial capital to get connection, but we do recover. So it is really the concept of you've purchased connection on credit, and therefore we recover slowly until we recover the full amount.
Away from the high power bills, to another issue that has affected households in the recent past.
Nimenunua tokens, and then because I was a bit busy and engaged, nikaeka simu kando. My laptop inaweza kaa na moto for almost 4-5 hours. So wakati wenye imeanza, by the way, I bought steamer. Kuangalia, the tokens have not come yet. Okay? So I really needed to give everyone at the work heads up. Hey, there's no power at my place. I'll be off for some time. We waited, you're waiting hata inkusaidia. So I had to reach out to my partner and kumwambia kama naweza nunua steamer on her end. So she did that. Within I think 15 minutes, tokens zake zilikuja.
Every day we have 1 million transactions buying tokens. Very, very heavy for the system. So a small glitch in the system will delay the return of tokens to the customer. So that interfacing of the M-Pesa or the purchasing platform to the Kenya Power, and we are now even working with eCitizen, is something that we need to polish up.
All said and done, Kenyans have resorted to some stopgap measures to shield themselves from constant power outages and upsurge.
There's a gadget called Avias. It's like, for layman, it's like a TV guide, but for the whole house. Okay? So you connect it to the main grid, steam inakujia hapo, and then ikipita some amount of voltage inakata, ikienda lower, some amount of voltage inakata.
Those in Homa Bay and other parts of the country have set their sights on renewable energy.
We really need our market to be 24-hour, and our request is that our lights be solar powered, so that we don't miss electricity all the time.
With the construction of the Narok-Bomet power supply circuit, the ministry affirms that national power outages occasioned by an overload in the western circuit will be a thing of the past.
We are ensuring that an overload does not happen on that line as we build Narok-Bomet to deload that link, and we're doing that very quickly. Unfortunately, when you say quickly in the engineering construction, it will, even with funding at hand, it will take us a minimum of 15 months.
Those emboldened by frustrations from Kenya Power should be having some bit of a closure now. But as things stand,
Kenya Power are like enjoying monopoly, which is really affecting traders.
Sydney Chazima, NTV.